Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, we are back with another video, guys. And in today's episode, chapter 9 of the first book of Genesis. Let's get it. And God blessed Noah and his sons and said to them, "Be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth." So, after I guess you could say, Noah's work was done, right? In the sense that the flood came, it killed every flesh on the earth. Um, Now, remember, Noah sent out a raven. It came back, it was nothing. He sent out a dove. It brought back a little olive leaf tree. He sent out the dove again, and the dove never came back. So now the prophecy, you know, the purpose of the flood is fulfilled. All wickedness, all flesh is gone from this earth. We're beginning a new covenant. And so after that, everything was successful. Noah made the ark for the Lord, saved all the animals, saved humanity. And God blessed Noah and his sons and said to them, "Be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth." So the next generations of you could say civilization will be descendants of Noah. The fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth, and upon every bird of the air, upon everything that creeps on the ground, and all the fish of the sea. Into your hands they are delivered. So it's kind of like a post-flood world, right? So remember, in the Garden of Eden, the Lord made the animals and all the cattle and all the beasts of the land for Adam. He was able to speak to them, talk to them. They were there as his companions. But now, and before you could say the flood, I kind of look at that as like, before the flood, animals would be kind of our friends. And, like a good example, well, I won't say that yet. It just pretty much means that verse 2 means that now animals will be kind of, they won't be as close to you as they were before, right? Like if I go to a squirrel, right, we see a squirrel, and the moment it sees us, it runs away. Sometimes you can see that with like horses or sheep or dogs, whatever that might be. Now there's still, and we can go into that more because it talks about that, but pretty much the thing is that they kind of fear you a little bit now. It's that they're not here for you no more as a sense of how it was before with like your companionship. It'll be a different type of relationship. And so that's what that kind of means. And it says, "Every moving thing that lives shall be for food for you. And as I gave you the green plants, I give you everything." So remember, before with Adam, whenever the animals came, we created the animals for Adam. He wouldn't cut them. He wouldn't kill them and eat them. He would eat off of the trees, the fruit of the trees. So he's saying, like he said, every moving thing that lives shall be for food for you. So the animals will be for food for you. As I gave you the green plants, remember he gave all the fruit and the trees for Adam. I give you everything now. Only you shall not eat flesh with its life, that is its blood. So that means that, like for example, when a lion eats a gazelle, he's eating it raw with its blood and its meat, but not for us. It says, "Only you shall not eat flesh with its life." And what is that? And what does it mean by life? It means it's blood. So pretty much, we have to cook our meat. We cook our meat. We prepare our meat. We don't eat it like you could say, wild animals like scavenged dogs or whatever it might be. For your blood, so it says, "Only you shall not eat flesh." Yes, that is its blood. And also on top of that too, that's another way of kind of respecting the animals in the sense that we don't we kill them and we eat them mercifully, right? We make sure we take all the blood, we drain it. Like for example, if we were to eat a chicken, we'd there's multiple ways to do it, but you would let's say slit it up and its blood comes out. Wait till everything comes out. And so that's another way of God saying, like, you have to respect and kind of, the animals that you do eat by killing it completely and cooking it first. It says, "For your lifeblood I will surely require a reckoning. Of every beast I will require it, and of man. And every man's brother I will require the life of man. Whoever sheds the blood of man, by man shall his blood be shed. For God made man in his own image." So whoever sheds the blood of man, whoever kills man, by man shall his blood be shed. So God's obvious For God made man in his own image. So obviously human beings are not somebody that we shouldn't be murdering other people. We shouldn't be killing other people. Because remember, before in the pre-flood world, it was a very wicked and evil world. Slaves beyond, but people use humans as slaves. They'd murder anybody whenever they'd want. They used them as a. It was a very wicked and evil time. And so that's what he's just saying. He's going back. He's reiterating what he's saying. You know, whoever sheds the blood of man, by man shall his blood be shed. For God made man in his own image. We are not a little playful toy. We are something that should be respected and honored, and we should do that with each other. For we are in God's own image. And you be fruitful and multiply, bring forth abundantly on the earth and multiply in it. And he's talking about that remember he's talking about that to Noah and his sons. Be fruitful, multiply, like he told the animals. They will multiply as well too. And it says, then God said to Noah and to his sons, behold, I establish my covenant with you and your descendants after you, and with every living creature that is with you, the birds, the cattle, and every beast of the earth with you, as many as come out of the ark. I establish my covenant with you, that never again shall all flesh be cut off by the waters of a flood, and never again shall there be a flood to destroy the earth. And God said, quote, this is the sign of the covenant which I make between me and you and every living creature that is with you for all future generations. So God's saying, look, I give you my word. I promise you. This is it. I'll never again, what does it say? That never again shall all flesh be cut off by the waters of a flood, and never again shall there be a flood to destroy the earth. That's he's saying, look, I give you my word. I promise you. This will never have to be done again. This will never be done again. He says, I set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be a sign of the covenant between me and the earth. And I kind of look at that as like I set my bow in the cloud in the sense of like, a bow is typically like a weapon, it's an arrow and stuff. So it could be like a metaphor saying like, look, the bow is the weapon. I'm going to, by me giving my covenant to you, saying that I will not do this to any more future generations, I will set my bow aside. My bow will be in the clouds. And it says, and it shall be a sign of the covenant between me and the earth. When I bring clouds over the earth and the bow is seen in the clouds, I will remember my covenant, which is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh. And the waters shall never again become a flood to destroy all flesh. When the bow is in the clouds, I will look upon it and remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is upon the earth. God said to Noah, this is the sign of the covenant which I have established between me and all flesh that is upon the earth. So, it's done now. He's creating a new covenant. It's a new world now. God's made a promise to us, and we are now Noah, or I guess now Noah and his family is beginning a new life, a new covenant, a new beginning. And so now it says Noah and his sons. It says the son of Noah who went from the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. So remember, in the ark it was Noah, his wife, and then his three sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and their wives too. Ham was the father of Canaan. So I left a little thing right here. Let me move this. Okay. So yeah, so it's Noah, Shem, Ham, Japheth, and it says Ham was the father of Canaan. So these three were the sons of Noah, and from these the whole earth was peopled. Noah was the first, the tiller of the soil. He planted a vineyard, and he drank of the wine and became drunk and lay uncovered in his tent. So, okay, because this is kind of like this is kind of crazy. So I'll read through this without me stopping, and then I'll go back. So Noah was the first, tiller of the soil. He planted a vineyard, and he drank of the wine and became drunk, and lay uncovered in his tent. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father, and told his two brothers outside. Then Shem and Japheth took a garment, laid it upon both of their shoulders, and walked backwards and covered the nakedness of their father. Their faces were turned away, and they did not see their father's nakedness. When Noah awoke from his wine and knew what his youngest son had done to him, he said, "Cursed be Canaan, a slave shall he be to his brothers." So there's two different ways this is interpreted, and you can take it with what you want. I will give there's two ways, right? I think it's one of them, but I'll let you guys read it and kind of go with what you want. So the first one is that we'll start from the beginning. Noah was the first tiller of the soil. He planted a vineyard, and he drank of the wine and became drunk and lay uncovered in his tent. So, I don't know if it was grapes or whatever, it's not, but he created vine. He came drunk and he laid uncovered in his tent. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father and told his two brothers outside. So this could be interpreted as one of them. It is interpreted as Noah got drunk, and it says lay uncovered in his tent. So he was in his house, in his home, or in his, you could say like his plot of land or whatever it might be. And he was drunk, and Ham, his son, was mocking him. Okay, he mocked him. And like, ha ha ha, look at you, stupid, ha ha ha, you're drunk. And he says, and told his two brothers outside, oh guys, come look over here, look at him, look at how stupid and drunk he is. Then Shem and Japheth took a garment, laid it upon both their shoulders, and walked backwards and covered the nakedness of their father. And their faces were turned away, and they did not see their father's nakedness. So he told them, guys, look, he's mocking his dad. Ha, look, he's drunk, he's stupid. Guys, my brother and sister, my brothers Shem and Japheth, look at this dummy. He's drunk. He's a fool. And they didn't want to make fun of him, make fun or mock their father, so they covered him up and they let him go to sleep. When Noah woke for his wine and knew what his youngest son had done to him, he said, cursed be Canaan, a slave shall he be to his brothers. So that's one interpretation, is that he mocked and embarrassed and humiliated his father. The second way of interpreting it, and the way I think it is that we will go to, so the second way is this. So Noah was the first tiller of the soil. He planted a vineyard and he drank of the wine. And he became drunk and lay uncovered in his tent. Okay. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father. Nakedness is the very important one, of his father, and told his two brothers outside. So now I have to say, what does nakedness mean? Because remember, this is written by Moses. Moses wrote this part. Now, we're going to go to Leviticus 18:3. I have it right here. So load up. Okay. So it says, let me zoom in real quick. Okay. So this is Leviticus 18. This is still part of no, it's actually a whole new book. This is it's Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus. And so remember, this is still written by Moses. So this is the author of Moses. So this is the way he writes, the language that he speaks. And it says right here, you shall not do as they do. Let's look at verse 3. You shall not do as they do in the land of Egypt where you dwell. And you shall not do as they do in the land of Canaan, to which I am bringing you. You shall not walk in their statutes. Now look at Canaan. Remember, who's Canaan? The land of... So he had Shem, Ham, and Japheth, right? And remember, after the flood, God told Noah and his sons, you will be the people who repopulate the earth. Everybody will be descendants of you. And what would happen is that he will disperse them into their own nations and in their own lands, including Shem, Ham, Japheth, and their sons. Now, Canaan is a son of Ham, right? So he is in the land of Canaanites. In the land of Canaan, the Canaanites. So you shall not do as they do in the land of Egypt where you dwell. And you shall not do as they do in the land of Canaan. Don't do what they do in the land of Canaan, Ham's son, to which I am bringing you. You shall not walk in their statutes. Statutes. I think that's how you pronounce it. Okay. Regardless, you shall do my ordinances and keep my statutes and walk in them. I am the Lord your God. You shall therefore keep my statutes and my ordinance, by doing which a man shall live. I am the Lord. Now it says, pay close attention. It says, none of you shall approach anyone near of kin to him to uncover nakedness. So that means none of you shall approach anyone near of kin or your family. No one of you shall approach anyone near of your family to him to uncover nakedness. I am the Lord. You shall not uncover the nakedness of your father, which is the nakedness of your mother. She is your mother. You shall not uncover her nakedness. So remember, Ham uncovered. If we go back, remember it says Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father. But remember, what's nakedness? Nakedness is you shall not uncover the nakedness of your father, which is the nakedness of your mother. She is your mother. You shall not uncover her nakedness. You shall not uncover the nakedness of your father's wife. It is your father's nakedness. So remember, he uncovered Noah's nakedness, which is his dad, which means he uncovered his wife's nakedness. And if we go to Leviticus, I have it down here. Leviticus 20:11. It says, "The man who lies with his father's wife has uncovered his father's nakedness. Both of them shall be put to death. Their blood is upon them." Remember, I'm going to repeat that. The man who lies with his father's wife has uncovered his father's nakedness. So the man who has sex with his father's wife or his mother has uncovered his father's nakedness. So what does that mean? It means that Ham had sex with his mother or Noah's wife. So if we go back, remember, the man who lies with his father's wife or his mother has uncovered his father's nakedness. So Ham had Canaan through who? His mother. He laid with his own mother. Now, consensually or not, we don't know. But regardless, he had sex with his mother or Noah's wife and had Canaan. And let's read a little bit more of Genesis 9. It says, "When Noah awoke from his wine and knew what his youngest son had done to him, he said, 'Cursed be Canaan, a slave of slaves shall he be to his brothers.' He also said, 'Blessed by the Lord my God be Shem,' one of his sons, 'and let Canaan be his slave. God enlarge Japheth,' which is one of his sons, his other son, 'and let him dwell in the tents of Shem. Let him stay in the house of Shem, and let Canaan be his slave.' After the flood, Noah lived 350 years. All the days of Noah were 950 years he died." So that's two different ways to interpret it. One is he mocked his father whenever he was drunk, told his brothers. Or two, which I think it is that he slept with his mother. Incest. Consensual, whether it was rape or not, I don't know. But he slept with his mother. And he had Canaan. And when Noah woke up, he said, "Cursed be Canaan. A slave of slaves shall he be to his brothers." And Ham is also the youngest one too. I mean, it doesn't make a difference, but I'm just saying Ham is the youngest one. Which is crazy. And when I was reading this, because I always read it before I make the video. I try to research it, make sure I give out, like, all the underline and undercover secrets, you could say, or whatever it might be. And I was reading and I was just like, why, whenever Moses was writing this, why didn't he just say that? But I think what it is that Moses, when he's writing it, he's not trying to embarrass and dishonor Noah. So he says something that he's writing the story in a way to preserve Noah and still hold him with high respect and not embarrass him, because that's embarrassing. And so the reason why you have to read between the lines and then go to Leviticus and then go into other chapters to be able to get it, most likely he's just writing it in a way to not explicitly say that, and try to kind of almost hide it a little bit to protect Noah. But yeah, I mean, Ham saw the nakedness of his father. And what's the nakedness? Is somebody who sleeps with their father's wife or their mom. It could be like, Sometimes I was even thinking about this. I was like, you know what? What if it wasn't his mom? Maybe he remarried. I don't know. But still, regardless, it's still bad, right? But yeah, it's kind of crazy. Um, so I don't know. That's kind of when I was reading that and I found that out, I was like shocked. I was like, dang. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it for chapter 9. Yeah, Noah lived to 950 years. He was an honorable and a righteous and a good man, who listened to God, walked with God, followed God, and did everything that God told him to do. And I have no doubt that he's in heaven and calm and has happy days every single day. But yeah, that's pretty much it for chapter 9. Those are the that's yeah, it was a pretty big chapter. Remember we uh you know I'm so shocked that Ham really did that. I don't know, that's crazy. But that's it for chapter 9, guys. Hope you guys like it and come back for chapter 10. uh Peace.